Hello, and welcome to a long-awaited episode of the Long Distance Knits podcast. Was that a Diet Coke, man?
Sorry. Yes, I'm fine now.
Wow, we are super unprofessional here. I'm Madeline,
I'm Cheryl.
and we're two best friends who love to knit almost as much as we love each other, and hate to
Flawless
podcast.
execution.
We did it. You thought you were done with us. You thought you would never see us on your YouTube feeds again, and yet here we are. You're welcome in advance. We have
Really?
so much knitting to talk about, so I
Yeah.
think we should just immediately dive in. Do we want to start with what we're wearing for this recording?
That sounds perfect. Please kick us off.
Oh my God. If you can't tell, we're in super different climates. I'm in Texas, Cheryl is in Virginia, and even though it's fall and I'm really jealous of everyone's fall knitting, it is 90 degrees here today, so I'm wearing a tank top that I made this summer. This is thank you. This is the May camisole by Criadia Knits. I don't I'm so sorry, I don't know how to say it. But I made this, spoiler alert, Cheryl and I went to Europe this summer. We'll get back to it. But I made this ahead of our trip because I thought it would be like a fun, versatile piece to wear. And it totally is. I'm obsessed with it. I love like the little halter top dealio. And I knit it with a merino linen cotton blend yarn that I found at my local yarn store. And I'm obsessed with it. It's like
Yes.
perfect for every weather. And it's amazing. It is, the bra situation is difficult. There's no getting around that. It's tough. But if you can power through, it's a super cute top and I wear it all the time and I really love it.
It
That's what
was
I'm
so
wearing.
cute, and I don't think I'd heard of that yarn before or that
No,
blend, and it feels incredible.
it's so soft and breathable and like so good for a 90-degree day in October.
I'm obsessed with it. And that is the silver lining of a 90 degree day in October in Texas.
It's true. You can really get a lot of wear out of your summer knits.
That's so true.
What are
Well,
you wearing, Cheryl?
I was gonna say it's a kind of perfect transition because this I bought the yarn for visiting Madeline last December when I was in Austin with her. This is the October sweater, I believe, by Petite Knit, and I used Patagonia yarn from Juniper Moon, and I'm obsessed with it. It's like the perfect amount of like wool feeling with no itch or like crazy like heat to it, if that makes sense. Like it's so soft and it sits so well, and I feel like it's the perfect gray, and I wear this thing all the time. And I know we both
It's
realized it's good to have basic knits.
It's unfortunately, but I was gonna say I feel like it's nice because it's like kind of dry, like kind of
Yes,
like, and so it feels light, like when you were
yes.
working with it.
It lays really nicely. It knit up so well. I love this silly little sweater. So
It's beautiful. It's
thank
so
you.
nice,
And I think of Madeline every time I wear it because I got it in Austin.
as you should. Okay, so yes, the girls had a big vacation this year. We went to Europe, we went to France, and most importantly, we went to Amsterdam to see the Eras Tour. Oh my God. Obviously we knew we were gonna knit something, and Cheryl, I want you to tell everybody like your idea. When you described this idea to me, I was like, "You're crazy, girl. There's
It's
no
great.
way.
Yeah.
There's no way we can pull that off." But hey, you start from the beginning. Tell us the vision.
I just like have never had a good idea for anything in my whole life. And I was like, I wanted to knit something for Eras, but I was really struggling with how to make something special or different or that would do the Eras tour justice with how sparkly and glittery everything is. Like, I just didn't know personally how to blend that with my knitting passions and like wool, which I like. They just are different ideas in my head. But I, over time, saw some ideas from other folks who have done this crazy technique before, and that's beaded knitting. And I was like, friendship bracelet beads are everything for the Eras tour. And so I was like, Madeline, I want to add beads. I want to add song titles. And you were like, that's a crazy idea, which was true. But it worked out
It
really cute.
wasn't. It was
It was crazy.
perfect.
No, it worked. So Madeline
Well,
and I
we had
both made our
concerns.
version.
We had concerns that it was
Yeah.
going to be heavy and like weighted, and we are also going in summer, so we didn't want it to be like too heavy, like hot either. And like there were a lot of things to consider, and the pattern that we wanted didn't exist. So you had to get creative.
Yeah. And so we mostly used as a base vest number 4. Is that right? That
Yeah.
sounds right. From
One of
My
the
Favorite
best.
Things. It's a perfect like staple vest top kind of to work with for anything. And so we kind of use that as our base, and we just added freaking beads, baby. They look so cute. It's been so like making it was such a joy. It looks so fun. Madeline and I did different lyrics and titles. Um I'm just like obsessed with it, which is so unfortunate because it does, I think we will rewear them, but it does feel pretty niche. So we won't wear it quite as much as I'd like.
Yeah. It definitely, yeah, the wearability factor. I mean, we talked about it. I attempted during this time to do a different one because I'll be the first to admit I wasn't like fully sold on the beaded top. And I tried to make a vest tank that resembled the folklore cardigan that Taylor Swift has, which is essentially just like a white cabled vest that had like a blue stripe around the
It's
top.
adorable.
It's super cute, but like it just looks like a little like preppy cricket vest. And so I immediately was like, okay, Cheryl, like I'm getting on board quickly with the beads because there is like, even though we can't rewear it, even though it's like a little bit crazy, like there is something so magic about it. And like it was so fun to wear it. Everyone was
It is.
talking about it. People were coming up and asking about it and if we made it. Like it was just like like it's this really special thing, and like you can just tell that like so much time and love went into making these stupid things,
It was so fun.
and people have been making them for their own Eras Tour like concerts, and that's been so fun also.
It's insane that anyone is doing something that Madeline and I did because it's just like so exciting and fun. And like every single version looks adorable. Like I have not seen any version that I've been like, that's too crazy. Like you can do more or less beads or any color combination. There's like, it's just so limitless, which I think is so fun.
Yes, and you can
And
pick any like song titles that you want. Like it is like totally your thing.
we did both put Crazier, which didn't work its magic for us.
We can't talk about that.
It's okay. But like just to wrap it up, also I would say
And
like
we did a little M and an S for Madeline and Cheryl
we did.
because we
And
could.
it's so cute. I was just gonna say too that like don't be scared by the like hypothetical nature of adding beads. Madeline made a really helpful, like quick, real tutorial. It's literally just knitting and then you hook a little bead onto your stitch. And it's
Use a
so
crochet hook. It's so
fast.
easy.
Yes. And so like I think the only other thing we changed was we did a twisted rib collar and sleeve, but that was just personal choice. So
Yeah,
anyway.
and we did, it's just on the front. So we just did beading on the front. The back is just like normal stocky net. Mine's all creased from being folded up. But um, yeah, like I am obsessed with it. I wish I had more to say right now because I just want to keep looking at it and touching it.
Me
Like
too.
it just like makes me so happy, and like I am so excited that we'll have these forever to be like, wow, remember that crazy time that we went to Europe to see a concert together?
You get close to we were there? Yeah, it's like it was just so fun. They're so cute. I was sad when it was over because I was like,
Yeah.
I want to make a million beaded vest
I
sweaters.
know.
Stop.
I do feel like this is not going to be the last time I try to do like something with beads on a knit. Like
I
it's just
agree.
fun. I think like it just was cute, and like it's a nice way to add some personality, like for something a little crazier. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, she said that. It's true. And I will,
Wow.
the only caveat I'll add, we got like regular beads from Joanne, like they work perfectly. But for letters, this is just to say they need a vertical hole, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not the normal ones. Like for a bracelet, it would be wrong.
Yes.
You need the ones where you thread it north south.
Exactly. So that's the only thing I would say, like, don't get, you know, ready to hook your first bead and it's a friendship bracelet bead and then you're like, wait a second, why is M sideways no matter what I do?
Yeah,
So that's the only thing. I love this baby so much. And it was so fun
I'm
to wear it to
obsessed.
Madeline, to get complimented on them. Like it was so fun. The best
Yes.
part was a side story. We were wearing them and they came up to us and they asked, are you American or are you Dutch? And we said, what? We're American. And they were like, we just thought knitting your own sweaters, you were European. And we were like, that is so kind.
If only in our hearts.
Literally.
Um,
But yeah, so the joy of my life
Amazing. Yeah,
was this.
no, it was awesome. And it was like such a nice, like long project too, like to be thoughtful with and like get
Yes.
excited about going on
Yes.
this trip together. Yeah. Highly recommend going to a concert with your best friend and making your own clothes.
Agreed. I guess there's not that much time left in the Eras tour, but I think you can make them forever. So do it.
Yeah. Don't say anything when you see us wearing these, just in our normal life, because we
Please.
need a reason.
Seriously. Okay. What else did you work on recently, Madeline?
I've been kind of a like knitting like fiend lately. I kind of go through phases with it, but I'm really on one right now. And I'll start with this project that I finished recently, which is the Marseille sweater by Petite Knit. I don't know
Unreal.
if you can see in this little window, but it's this gorgeous little striped number. And it's an older one of her patterns. It's been, a couple seasons now that it's been out, but I've had my little beady eyes on it because I think it's so classic and beautiful. And I feel like I was like, oh, I'm going to get so much wear out of it. And though it has been 90 degrees, I have worn it inside when the AC is like a little chilly. And we had a one weekend cold front that I got to wear it for. So that was exciting. But I used drops merino for this one and just in like a sand color and black. I had got navy and I was considering using navy instead, but I held it up and it just like I think the black is classic and it
I like the
looks
one.
so much better. But I have no complaints about this. I finished it so fast. Like it's
So
just like I don't know what came over me. I was like possessed by the petite knit and like I just got her done and it looks so good. Like I feel like really proud of this one. I don't love color work, but like I just love there's like small details like the stripes on the sleeve line up with where the stripe on the body is, even though it's like a drop shoulder. Like it just looks so like there is
it's
something
so
so polished about it. And I love, it has a folded hem around the little neck. And I don't know, I'm obsessed with it. It's perfect. And I think with this project, I have finally cracked the code of petite knit sizing for me personally
nice.
because her sizes are crazy. Like, it's a safe space here, everybody. Like, they're crazy. And they're always so big on me. Like, I always pick the one that does correspond with my bust size, but she has so much positive ease in everything that it's even if I hit gauge perfectly, like, it's like the actual finished garment is so much bigger than I intended and maybe that's on me for not reading the instructions closely enough.
Well,
But I was like, okay, I know that I need to like size down now in petite knit and like use the same
yeah.
materials and like it fits great. And similarly with the drops merino, I find that it blocks out so much for me. Like things get
Oh.
really big. And so I also need to size down for that reason.
Mhm.
And so I think like it ended up being like using that yarn, sizing down. It was like perfect combo. It fits exactly how I wanted. And that's my speech about it. I don't know. I love it so much and I can't wait to wear it every day. I feel like
It's
it's such a
so cute.
staple.
It's perfect forever. And I feel like they're also just like also kind of trendy right now. I feel like I see that sweater everywhere and it's just even more fun that you
I
made it.
do worry that it's going to be like very quickly not trendy and moment might
No.
have passed, but I've never had one and now I have one.
No, I think it's perfect. I love it. I haven't used Drops Merino in a minute either, and you're reminding me that it's like the best.
It's so soft. Like it just feels good to touch and like I don't, I have stuff that is fuzzy and like with mohair and blah, 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 but
Totally.
I don't like working with it as much. I don't like how it makes my hands feel. This is like, it's squishy and like you can just be like, oof, there's just something so pleasant about it. I don't
Totally.
know.
I love her. Oh my god, that's
Thank
fun. Well,
you.
okay.
What have
I
you been
have
working
a
on?
similar one. No, I haven't shown you this one because I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
it's a finished object, but it like still needs blocked, and I think I had a couple ends to weave in. Okay, I love Santa's Garn Line. Like love it.
Oh,
I use it all the time. But I used it to buy. Oh, I wanted to make the Santa's Garn Cornelia top.
oh
You
yeah.
I don't know if it's Santa's Garden patterns or like that I love how it looks, but I hated this pattern from Santa's Garden. I don't know what happened, but I hated it. So then I had all this Santa's Garden lying around and I didn't know what to do with it. And I made a sweater.
Out of
Which
the Line
yeah,
line?
but hear me out. Like I have a couple linen lightweight sweaters that I love them in the summer.
Sure.
So I experimented. I made the Stockholm sweater from Petite. It all comes back to Petite. And
It
I
does.
don't know, like I think I'll like it, but I need to block it. I'm a little unsure with the sizing. I sized up because I kind of want it to be like a flowy, summery, like
Yeah.
at the end of the day at the beach that you throw on kind of a sweater. But I mean, I love the color. I just don't
It's
know.
beautiful color and it looks so
Yeah,
nice on your skin tone. Like I feel like that's the right red for you.
I think it's called spicy orange, but I was like, it's red. But I love
It's
her.
yeah.
I mean, I guess she's an orangey red, but that's what I like. I don't know. Like, I just need to block her and really like think about
What's
it.
holding you back from being like this is an amazing sweater?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if maybe like I think it. I feel like the line doesn't look as perfectly smooth as other sweaters I make, but I also was kind of going for that. So I just don't know. It's just my first time really making like a cotton linen sweater, and I just want to. I'm eager to see if I like actually wear her in my everyday life. But I had a lot of fun. I love that yarn, so like it was a joy to like knit this up. It was so relaxing. Um, Stockholm sweater is like a very perfect classic V-neck. I feel like so.
Yeah.
I don't have a bad thing to say. I'm just not sure how much I'll like actually wear her.
She is also, I mean, I'm of the camp that thinks that red is like a neutral and you can wear it as a neutral,
Yes.
but it is like kind of a bright color when I know your mission has been to like make more wearable things. So I wonder if that's part of it too for you.
I think it is. I'm like it looks cute. I don't know. I just need to like really actually finish it, but I just hadn't even told you I did this yet because I wasn't sure if I would.
I can't
I don't
believe
know,
you
but
kept a
I can't.
secret.
Yeah, I can't frog it again though. Like you know what I mean? I already frogged it.
Yeah.
Um.
Why would you frog it? It looks great. Give it a
Okay.
season.
Thank you. I will. I don't know. I'm just so conflicted. So I think it'll be cute.
I
But
feel like you could be wearing it right now. Like it's fallish too. Like a good like transitional
you're
item.
right. I don't know why I'm acting like I think because it has linen, I'm like it's summer. But you're right.
Yeah.
I could totally wear this now, and it wouldn't be a big deal at all.
Yeah. No, like you're inspiring me. I'm like, that's what I need to be doing. I need to be making like linen sweaters that I can wear right
No, I
now.
was like, I have a couple cotton sweaters from like Gap, sorry, that I like. And I'm like, why can't I copy that in my knitting? So this is my first time doing that. I'm eager to see how it works out.
Can you show me the
Yeah.
sleeves?
Yeah,
Are
so
they like
it's
tight?
drop shoulder and they do like taper a little
Okay.
bit, but not crazy. I do think this will grow, but I love an oversized sweater too, and I think that's also what I'm hesitant to see. But um I think it's so funny. We like knit a beaded sweater and yet I made a V-neck cotton sweater and I'm like, this was crazy. I'm
This
experimenting.
how will this fit in my
Yeah,
wardrobe?
exactly. But I really enjoyed it. So it was a good end of summer. Like I wanted to make a sweater, but I kind of still could use a lightweight yarn. So it was kind of nice.
Yeah.
So thanks, surprise.
Wow. I love it. I know I love when you surprise me. And I love a V-neck. I feel like a V-neck sweater is
Yeah,
so fun. It's good for layering, which to transition into my next
Perfect.
finished object is also a V-neck, and yes, it's also by Petite Knit. Okay, the allegations are true. We love her, and I won't apologize anymore for it. But I knit up a cumulus sweater by Petite Knit in this. Oh, it's so hard to see on the camera and like not on my
It's
body
so
how cute
beautiful.
it is. I'm obsessed with it. Like I literally like I think this is my favorite sweater I've ever made, and that's so stupid because it's
No,
just like a basic ass can I say ass? A basic V-neck. But with this yarn that's like not even a particularly nice yarn. It's Drops Melody, and it's alpaca wool and then like an acrylic center thread that the like fuzzy stuff's woven around. So it looks a lot softer than it is. I was knitting it at like a little meetup with some other knitters, and everyone kept coming over to be like, "Can I touch your yarn?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but you're gonna be disappointed because it's actually like not super soft."
that's so
But
funny.
it looks it, and it looks so cute, and I love the cumulus. Like
It's
this is my
stunning.
second one. I'm obsessed with it. I did one a couple years ago that's gray,
Yeah, I
and
love that one.
I love that one too. I think I just really love this pattern. I wear it. The gray one is my most worn sweater that I have, and
Yeah,
I wear it with like I like to put a little like high neck tank or tee underneath of it in a
adorable.
contrast color, and it's so like I just love it, and I love an I cord. Who am I? Madeline of like 3 years ago, knitting Madeline would be like,
Yes,
I cord, no way. I'd rather kill myself, but I love it. I think it looks so nice. It's all I cord, like the
it's
sleeves,
stunning.
the body. I'm obsessed with her. I'm obsessed with her. And I similarly like I am desperate to wear it. I cannot wait for a chill in the air so I can wear this because like some of them you can get away with like in an office if it's cold. Like my Marseille sweater I
Totally.
think is like very neutral, but I can't be busting out my fuzzy sweater
No,
when
she's
it's
truly fuzzy.
in the office AC. But I don't know. I could talk about the cumulus forever. I just think it's the best pattern. It's so like it's written I think for 2 strands of mohair, but it's just with like size 6 4 millimeter needles. So like you can use anything, and I think it's so nice. And I do
I
also
love
size
it.
down in this one. And I like that fit better. It's like a little cropped, a
Okay,
little like more blousey than sweatery almost,
I
if
like
that makes
that.
any sense. But I feel like we need to, like, for Valentine's Day next year, like, I need to wear this and you need to wear your red V-neck and we can, like, do something for Valentine's Day. Like, I just think, like, they belong together. I love it.
I love it. It's literally perfect. You're fully influencing me. I'm gonna copy you. I already sent you inspo I saw in blue, which I don't love because it's a little gender revealing next to your pink. But like, I really feel like it's so versatile. I want to copy the sweater. I feel like any size looks good, any color looks
Yes.
good. I need to just get on board.
It's the best pattern and it goes so quickly. Like so I am embarrassed at like how fast I knit this sweater. But like a blink of an eye. Like I think it took me just a couple weeks to do it, which
I
is
think it did.
crazy for me. It normally takes me like a month or a month and a half to do a whole sweater. But I don't know what I just was something was powering me and I needed it and I did it.
It's
But I really
adorable.
like it. Thank you so
I'm
much. I'm really proud
obsessed.
of her. She's it's so like I feel like I've knit a lot more complicated and more beautiful sweaters, frankly, like with cables and designs, but this is like my favorite sweater I've made. And it's so like I don't know, I just love it. I love it. And I can't
It's
wait to wear
so
it.
cute. I'm so excited for you to wear it. And I feel similarly
Thank you.
about it. I'm trying to transition.
Okay, but
Naturally
Cheryl,
off of your sweater.
that is not a good enough transition for what you're about to reveal. Like, this is a huge moment for you and for the Long Distance Knits
Thank you.
Incorporated podcast.
Guys, I tried cashmere for the first time. um, I okay. There's a sweater. Okay, Madeline knows I'm trying to do this more. Where like, if I see a sweater that I want to buy, but I can truly make it myself, I'm trying really hard to just like make it myself and copy it. I don't know.
Genius. You're
Duh.
amazing.
But like, I'm
You're so
actually
talented.
I'm trying to do it more specifically. because I think before I would do it in theory and then be like, do I actually like the sweater? Whereas this was actually a sweater I wanted to buy from COS. It's a brown cashmere turtleneck. It's not that crazy, but it was one of those scenarios where it was so expensive from that store that I was like, wait, this is a rare moment where buying my own cashmere is like actually cheaper, like than the alternative.
Words
So
that have never been said about cashmere yarn.
no, it was the only way I could justify it by being like, oh, that one's too expensive. now I can just buy this really expensive yarn. Um, but I actually started really quickly. I tried to buy is it uh-oh. I should have thought about this. I tried to buy a pure wool yarn to start with, and I hated it. And I now have a sweater quantities worth of brown wool that I tried to use it, and I didn't like it. And that's when I really justified buying the cashmere. So I made
So you
the
have bought two sweaters quantity
yes
worth of you.
a brown yarn, which is crazy. Um, and I'm using, I think it's Gepard. Oh, Gepard. Okay, it's the Eco Cashmere, and I think it's the recommended yarn for this pattern. It's the Uno sweater by Gregoria, and I okay. I will send out a screen in photos. It does just look like a brown sweater, but she is
uh,
beautiful, and making it was such a joy. Cashmere feels like butter. Like it's so soft. I can't wait to see Madeline for so many reasons, but just to make her touch this yarn is gonna be
I want to
great.
give that girl a hug while she's got her cashmere on.
I wore it once already and it was so warm and soft and comfortable, and like I honestly like wish I hadn't done this because now I'm like I
Now you
really
know what's
love it.
possible.
Literally, so this pattern was really great. It looked exactly how I wanted. It's truly just like a basic billowy brown sweater, but like I think I'll wear this for the rest of my life. It's so soft. It hasn't like pilled or anything. I was a little hesitant about how I would block it, but I just wet blocked it and it was perfect. It shed like a teeny tiny bit, but like nothing scary or crazy. I think
After you wore it?
no, after I blocked it, like when I laid it
Oh.
down and pinned it out, there were like a little bit of like loose fibers, and I was like really scared. And then I just let it dry, and it was totally fine. But I like want to buy a million different colorways of this eco cashmere. It's amazing.
It's beautiful. Is that a 2x2 rib on the collar?
Yes, and
Oh,
the collar's really like got a nice like increases if you can tell. I don't know. I have to post a
I
real
love
picture with
that.
like in a way that captures the beauty because it isn't just like a dark brown sweater, but like I I also made this for, I think kind of fast. Or maybe I actually think I stopped in the middle because I was like, I'm having way too much fun and I want this to last forever. And I am obsessed. So
It's beautiful. And again, like fits into what you like it is what you've said you've wanted to make, which is like
yes.
classic pieces. Like I'm sorry, that's an heirloom piece. Like that you will have that for your whole life and
I
whatever
know.
child you may have like is going to be forced to also have this their whole life. Like
Yeah.
that's amazing.
They're gonna be sad when I get buried in it and no one can have it because I love it so much. So thank you for listening to me talk about it. I was really annoying to Madeline about it because it really scared me how much I love this yarn. So
No, I'm scared because I like you really got me thinking.
it's
Like
crazy. This is
maybe
like
it's time.
it was so worth it. Is I mean, I think I've just waited long enough since I made the transaction to be like, that was so worth it. But like it was expensive, but like I really
Yeah.
like forgot the second it ended. I was like, this is so
That's
good.
is that the most you've ever spent on yarn for a project?
Yeah, I think for sure. That's a good
Okay.
question.
Like not considering the fact that you did buy double for it.
Well, yeah, if you subtract out the wool I bought, no, it is for sure the most,
Okay.
but so worth it. So I don't know, especially that Eco Cashmere. I think I saw other ones like floating around, but I was like, I'll use what the pattern recommends, and it's so good. So I love it.
It's perfect. I mean, I think
Yeah.
like I'm so excited to touch it and to see like I do want to see some close-up pictures because I do
Yeah,
think it's like unfortunately like with black like you just it's hard to see the detail of it, but
totally.
it looks beautiful.
Thank you so much.
I know we both have like um a little like accessory to discuss. Dare I bring it up?
You may.
Okay, on on the subject of our best friend Petite Knit, um, I I want everyone to know that Cheryl and I are on record as being haters of the Sophie scarf and have
It's
been for
true.
a long time. Everyone makes it. It doesn't seem very practical, and yet I was a girl who found herself without a project when she finished her pink sweater and she was waiting for yarn to come for my next project and it still hasn't come yet. I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm gonna bite the bullet. I don't know what came over me. I was like, I'm gonna make a Sophie scarf. And I did. Oh, I didn't even roll it cute like the girls do. Like it looks like a little croissant when you roll it the right way.
Oh, that is really cute.
Um, Hold on, working on it. Ta-da! Oh, oh, there it is. And
It's
people,
cute.
I mean, it's cute. Like, I'm sorry, like, it's cute. It's cute, Cheryl.
I mean,
And is it practical for me here again? Like, I'll talk about how hot it is, but like, no, it's not. But I'm sorry, like, I'm sorry, with a jacket with sleeves, like, this is cute. And
no,
it
it is.
like is gonna keep my little neck cozy. And what more can a girl ask for?
No, it's adorable. And
And
I like garter stitch. I like a simple pattern.
and
I
I
don't
poured
know why I hated on it for so long.
dude, no, I get it. Like I wish it was not like I feel like she shouldn't be charging for this pattern. Like
Sure.
it is so basic. Like there is basically no thought has to go into it. Like and once you figure out how to do it, like when I saw it I was like, "Wow, I don't get it. Like how does it work?" But then the second you do it, you're like, "Oh, like I if I really wanted to, I think I could have just like figured it out for
Sure.
myself without buying the pattern." So I do feel like, is it a scam? Maybe, but is it a scam? Am I glad I got scammed? Absolutely.
That's another few dollars that we're giving to Petite Knit. I'll buy every pattern of hers for the rest of my life.
Truly. And I used, actually for this, I used scrap yarn from my first Cumulus sweater, which is, it's also Juniper Moon Farm. It's like a alpaca something or other, but it's just
Oh
like
my gosh.
so soft and slouchy. I really like that about it. Like it's, I just think, I don't know, it's good. And I think I'm a Sophie Scarf girl now.
No, it's cute. I will say
I was scared to tell you.
I'm and you should have been. I've been a big hater. And I hate to say how cute it is. I'll say that. And I actually have
You're just
been
being nice to me, I think.
no, I'm scared because I like it, but I like the Sophie shawl even more.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's
See,
perfect for dash busting. You can't run from that.
no, like the point of it is like I did this in like 2 days. Like it goes so quickly. Like the shawl is beautiful also. I like the shawl, but it's
Sure.
not, I that's more of a time commitment. And I what's nice about
Totally.
this is you can just be like ba da 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 and like it's done.
Literally. And I also feel like, I mean, you and we both, like, we have made so many hats, and I don't want to make a hat, but I want the satisfaction
No
of like
more
knitting
hats.
something small and quick.
Yes.
And I think that would like itch that scratch all the time.
Yeah. Itch that scratch was so funny to me. I feel like it scratched that itch
I
and
said, "Are you bringing?" Oh,
and my like when you said
wait,
it, my
they're
like
both right.
brain no, you're I mean, yeah, it's both
Wait,
about like, yeah, getting that little itchy scratch
no,
going.
itch that scratch is wrong.
It's fine. Just like my like brain couldn't process past it. I was like,
No,
hang on,
because
hang
it's
on.
wrong, and you're a writer.
No, no. But back to the Sophie scarf. Anyway, I
I'm
will
sorry.
say that the yarn select. Speaking of scratching itches and itching scratches, it is like you do need the yarn selection is really important because it's like you're
Oh,
tying it around the neck. Like this is
that's true.
pressed up against my skin. So like maybe my like pink scratchy yarn, I won't be using that for this. I do have like a fingering weight yarn, and I tried to start a second one, confession, and I was holding it double, but it was coming out really stiff, and so I was like, this isn't right either, because you kind of want it to be like
Um,
floppy and
mhm.
not like really stick straight. Um, so I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel like I got us off track with the itching and scratching, but
I think it's so true. And
I like to
do you feel
scarf.
like that alpaca feels a good? Like, okay.
Yes, but I
Okay.
don't know if all alpaca would, but like this
This
yarn in
one's
particular, it's so my one of my favorites. Like it's so nice and really soft and cozy.
That's so
I
nice.
don't know, just something to consider. I think you should take the leap and stop being a hater.
I do too because that like is perfect. 'Cause I've been trying to freestyle a similar little one, but like with eyelets. Which didn't I just say I might hate eyelets?
Dude, you okay, when you said that, I was reminded of when we did the Rigmore tea and you were just like having such a hard time with the eyelids.
I think is not right.
Yeah, but you were just like, this isn't looking right. And you redid a lot of it. Like you were having it wasn't work. You guys weren't
No, it didn't
compatible.
work for me, and I don't think it was the eyelets' fault, but I don't know. Like I don't
I don't
really
know.
understand. But
You
I've been
seem
doing
like there's a
this.
vibe there.
No, you're so right. And I was, long story short, I don't really freestyle anything. I'm not that creative, except for the Air Fest, which we did.
And that's your whole thing now. You're seeing sweaters you want and copying them.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if I can do it for scarves. I saw a cute, like, one at
Oh,
a store, and it was a little eyelet, like, scarf. I mean, it's actually not crazy. Like, it's kind of
no, it
cute.
looks cute, Cheryl.
Well, but I will say, like, I'm not good at like placing the eyelets and like distancing them apart, and like they keep starting at the same point on the side. I'm just not doing it right. I think so.
But okay,
I
can
might
I
have
ask
to.
you how much does that matter if it's going to be like wrapped around your little neck?
You're right. I am a
Just want to
Capricorn.
give you freedom.
As a perfectionist, I don't like it if they don't line up on the perfect spot. No, you're spot on correct, and it doesn't matter. I'm trying, like, this is a yarn that my brother-in-law got me when he was in, like, Peru, and it's, like, was handmade and hand dyed, and, like, I'll never buy it again, but it's so soft and good, too. So, like,
What's the
I think
fiber?
I literally don't know. I like it had like a little piece of paper. It might be wool. That sounds. Maybe it's a. I don't think it's alpaca. I'll find the little tag, but it doesn't matter because I can probably never buy it again. Like he got it
Yeah.
in a teeny little place, and it's so delightful that I think that's part of why I'm like being a little controlling with it. I'm like I really like this like crazy natural ball of yarn, and so I'm
Yeah.
taking it really seriously. But
Might I recommend frogging that and casting on a Sophie scarf?
oh, no, I know, you're right. Like it's
Just
just
one girl's hot take. I
no,
don't
and
know.
it's true. So I don't like.
Something to
I'll
consider.
talk to you guys in like a month, and I'll show you my sister.
We'll start our next video with our little Sophie scarves on.
I'll be
The both
crossing
of
my
us.
arms, wearing my Sophie scarf. No, it's so funny, but it's really cute. Okay, and then you're gearing up to start a test knit too. Is that right?
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm doing a test knit for the Knit Pro Girl. And it's really cute. We've discussed our feelings about test knits in the past of like maybe we are not like meant to be test knitters. But that being said, I will do a great job on this test knit, number one.
Of
Number
course.
two, when I see a pattern that like speaks to me so much, like and like I want to do it immediately. Like I don't want to wait for it to come out. Like I want to get my hands on it. Like and that's what this sweater that she's coming out with is to me. It's so cute. I have not gotten my yarn yet. I haven't decided if I want to do it in like a really bright red or like a chocolatey brown. I wonder where I'm getting my color palette inspiration
Whoa,
from.
whoa.
So I got a sweater quantity of each, and when they come, I'll decide, and then I'll copy Cheryl whatever color I don't pick, I'll make that sweater to match yours.
Yes.
Um, so I'm really excited about that. But in the meantime, I've cast on a sock. Um,
Cute.
I like making socks. I like them for like traveling and like just a little project. But this is just like a freestyling sock. I've started to do the heel on her.
So cute.
I've yet to find a heel that I like. I'm really like I do a usually do an afterthought heel because frankly, I think it's the easiest heel to do, but I don't like how it fits on my foot always, and I kind of think I need to do like a full heel turn and gusset
Oh
situation.
yeah.
So I'm trying that with this one, but I just literally this is some yarn I got when I was in Maine last year, and it's really pretty and I love it, and I'm just doing like a little textured thing on it.
So
This is
cute.
all I've done so far.
No, I'm glad one of us likes to make socks.
That is generous. Like I wouldn't say I like it. I mean, I always need to be knitting something, so
Totally.
it's like I like it when I don't have anything else going on.
No, I bought sock yarn with you in Paris, and like we'll have our little French socks. But like that's
Someday.
who's to say when that will be?
I know. I had like these grand plans. I was like, whenever I go on a trip somewhere, I will be buying a skein of sock yarn and making socks. And I
That's
still am buying the sock yarn, but like my backlog of socks I need to make is so crazy. I think I just had a lot of travel this past year. Also, I had a lot of friends getting married and like a lot of trips I was doing. And so I was like, well, while
totally.
I'm here, I may as well pick up some sock yarn.
No, it's
And
adorable.
but, I went to Maine literally almost a full calendar year ago, and I'm just now working on my Maine socks.
That is
So
so funny. Well, then it makes you think about that time, and you're like, oh,
that's
what's that?
true.
No, that's so cute.
Anyway,
I was gonna say my last whip is ugly right now because I'm just doing another Stockholm sweater V-neck. I just did one. Maybe one I'm making, but it literally isn't anything. I like just joined the front and back. I'm a little bit thinking that you might be right about patina sizing. I sized up in this because I wanted it to be loose on me. That is making me nervous because it's looking like kind of big. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm using Duo, which is cotton merino blend from Sandus Garn, and it also does feel amazing. I think it's a really good like fall yarn, also
mhm.
like not being all wool, but it's very nice. I feel like it'll be really wearable. But I'm so worried it'll be big, but I think it looks okay.
I think that the neck always looks big, and I think the I cord will tighten it
Yes.
up a
Oh,
little
this
bit.
is the Stockholm sweater, so it'll be
Oh
like
wait,
a
oh
whole
wait,
like
you're
V-neck,
right.
like
You're
a
right.
rib, which I think will help even more.
Yeah. Dang, sorry. You're also gonna make the cumulus in blue, and I got excited. I thought that's what you were doing.
No, I got excited too because I
Yeah.
haven't bought that yarn yet, and I want to,
Excuse
but
me.
I want it.
Yeah. Are you just hiccuped? Sorry. I knew I would when I started having my little soda.
But anyway, so that's all with that. I hope it'll come along. It's a really like easy, like soft knit to do, and I'm using my little stitch needle caps that I bought with Madeline in Paris. They're little mugs. How cute!
Guys, the shopping that we did, the yarn shopping, it was amazing.
It was so fun. Um,
Yes.
we mostly bought like little notions, I think.
Yeah. I mean, our suitcases were jam packed. Limited space, but
No,
we spent a lot of time. Didn't stop us from touching every single yarn and
totally.
talking to other shoppers about their yarn selections
That
and
was so true. And I think there's something like I haven't done a lot on my like I try to find a yarn store when I travel, but not really like outside of the continental like United States, I feel like. So I think it was so fun to do it with you and to go to like an Amsterdam yarn store and a French yarn store. It was so fun.
yes.
I love. Um
Yay. Is that
well
everything?
yeah. Yes.
Wow. We did it. If you're still watching this video, I don't have any words for you. Like, thank you. Like, that's crazy.
Thank you so much.
Um, but hopefully we're going to be more regular features on your YouTube, as everyone says. Um,
Big
I don't
plans.
know. We'll see you next time with our Sophie scarves. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing.
Please.
Maybe. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Bye. Love you,
Bye.
Madeline.
Love you.
Okay, stopping now.